for anybody that missed class today. All right, cool. Okay. So again, removing the fat cap. Okay. Turn my fire on for my water for my tomatoes. Okay. And I do have an extra quart of chicken stock just in case my velouté turns out to be a little bit too thick. I got extra stock that I can thin it with, okay? If you froze your stock, it's okay, use water, okay? I haven't frozen my stock yet because my freezer is packed. I need to eat some of that food before it goes bad, freezer burn. Fat cap is off the chicken stock for the velouté. Fat cap is coming off the brown stock. It's grease, there you go. So I got about a little bit over a quart of brown stock, okay? So this is the fat cap that I got. So Ms. Daisy, this is the fat cap. So at the beginning, I know you were concerned with the oil. It's okay because once it gets cold and coagulated, we can remove this fat top from the stock, okay?
My beef stock is more gelatinous than liquid.
That is great. Mine didn't turn out to be like that because I don't let it go that long, but that's what we're looking for. If it's gelatinous, that's what we call primo, okay? That's what we call gold. That's what we're looking for. Mine did not come out like that. It came a little bit more sad looking. But if it's gelatinous, that means a lot of protein in your stock. So when you're simmering, it extracted a lot of collagen, a lot of gelatin from the cartilage of the bones, and that's what we want. That's what we look for, okay? Mine was weak. Okay, here we go. So tomatoes are going. Let me get my bowl so I can put them in when I remove the stem, okay? The last one to be done is going to be tomato sauce. It's going to be like the brown stock like yesterday, because this one has to go the distance. So we got to make the concassé first. We got to cut the mirepoix, all that good stuff, and then we got to let it go for about an hour and a half, 2 hours. So it'll simmer up, okay? So I'm removing the stem with my paring knife, okay? Cut the bottom with like a cross section, okay? I got 2, 4, 6 Roma tomatoes. That is plenty. That is going to make me about a quart of tomato sauce. A little bit over a quart. There we go. Set those tomatoes aside. Okay. I'm going to put my, yes.
Sorry, Chef. Some of my tomatoes started going bad that I got from school.
Can you still use some of them?
Yeah, I can still use some of them.
Yeah, because you're going to use equal amounts of those tomatoes and your canned tomatoes that you got.
Okay. The you mean like these?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
That is correct. Okay. So
okay.
Tomatoes are done. Okay. I'm gonna put my butter for my bechamel. Okay. Oh, my onion piqué. I gotta get my bay leaf ready. Okay. So onion piqué, let me set this tomatoes aside. Okay. Almost forget about that part. So onion piqué is 1 bay leaf. Two cloves. We're gonna use them like a push pin. Okay. Whole cloves. And 1 onion. Okay. For this amount of bechamel, I think I'm gonna use maybe a quarter of an onion. One onion is too big, too much. Okay. Quarter of an onion. I didn't peel it. It's skin and all. Okay. So here we are. Onion piqué. Quarter of an onion. one bay leaf, and then stud it. Okay. I'm going to use the cloves as push pins to hold the bay leaf against the onion. See? Onion, bay leaf, and 2 cloves. Okay. Turn my butter heat on. While that is going, okay, I'm going to rinse this celery for my mirepoix for my tomato sauce. Okay. I'm trying not to go too fast with you guys, but what I'm hopefully showing you and teaching you along the way, even though this is what the second week or the first week of cooking, is how to do a couple of things at the same time, multitasking. So I got water going for my tomato concasse. I got my butter melting for my bechamel, and I'm going to start getting my mirepoix ready for my tomato sauce. Okay. Because you will need this skills and this practice when it comes to your cooking practical. Okay, you got a lot of things going on at the same time, so you need to manage your time properly. So mirepoix for the tomato sauce is going to be small dice. I hope you guys remember what small dice is all about, how to do small dice on the celery, onions, and carrots. Okay. Small dice, what's gonna call it? Celery. Butter is melting. Okay. I'm gonna turn the heat a little bit lower, and I want my butter to burn. I'm not looking to making bare nosette or brown butter.
Chef, how big of a pot are you using for your bechamel?
It's about a quart and a half, 2 quart pot, 2 quart pot, because I'm using the 1 quart liquid. So this will be good enough for my bechamel. Okay. For my tomato concasse, I'm using a gallon stock pot. So I got this little beat up pot that I bought at Sam's Club back in Oklahoma in 2013, and it's still holding. So it's a 2 quart stock pot, okay, or half a gallon. Butter is being melted. Okay, I'm adding my roux. Okay, my flour. So I melted 1.5 ounce of 1 ounce of whatchamacallit, butter. I added my roux. Okay, now I'm going to add my milk to this product right here. Okay, I add my milk, and I'm dropping at the same time my onion piqué. Okay, if the sauce turns out to be a little bit thin, I can always go back, make a little roux on the side, and thicken that as I go. Okay, so that is my onion piqué. I'm watching it. I don't have it on high heat because I don't want it to overboil and make a huge mess on my stove. Because remember, what happens when you overheat milk? It overflows in your pot and it makes a huge stinking mess. So I'm watching it. Okay, I got it on medium to low heat, and I'm going to scald that and slowly bring it to a simmering while I'm going to whisk it. Okay, while whisking it means I'm mixing the the roux, so it has no lumps in it. Okay. So I get that going. And how we want it, how thick we want it, is until it's nappe. Nappe means to coat the back of the spoon. So when you dip your spoon in it, you turn it upside down. Okay, I got my spoon. Okay, so I'm going to dip my spoon into my bechamel this way, and I'm going to bring the backside out. So I'm going to run my finger right alongside the middle of my spoon. Okay, that sauce is going to part like the Red Sea. If it does that, it's going to be nappe. But if it runs off the spoon and it leaves leaves the spoon nice and clean, that is not nappe. It's too thin. Okay, that's what we call nappe, to coat the back of a spoon. So I'm going to run my finger through the back of the spoon, and the sauce is supposed to part like the Red Sea, not supposed to congeal again. Okay, and I'll show you when that time gets, when it gets to that point. Okay. Now let me dice my onions. Small dice for my chingadera. I mean my mirepoix. yeah, I know. Chingadera. Chingadera
Sure
here,
you're not from San
chingadera
Antonio?
there. Anyway.
Are you sure you're not from San Antonio?
Well, is it chingadera all the time?
Yeah.
That's a universal name for anything that we cannot remember what it's called or what it's named. Chingadera. When I go to San Antonio, I go visit the Mi Tierra Market Square. I met one of the owners a long time ago. He came and set up the resort, and I've been going there ever since then. I'm peeling my carrots, okay, and I'm gonna small dice them too. Okay. I'm not gonna worry about this skins because I'm not making any stock no more. Out of the ends, throw them out. Go, make some slices. Make some bâtonnets, small skinny bâtonnets. Here we go. Turn them around. There we go. Now I got my celery, onions, and carrots. Okay. Now, if you're wondering, I didn't put on the scale. Okay. If you're wondering how much this weighs, I'm going to see if I'm close enough to 8 ounces. Okay. I think it's mostly like 12 or so. I'm gonna get on the cup the same size. I'm gonna get my scale. There it is. Okay. All right. Let me see how much mirepoix I got here. Ounces. Tear weight. There you go. Okay. I have 8.9, almost 9 ounces. I didn't measure it. I just went by the look and the feel. So it's almost 9 ounces. Not bad. Not bad for eyeballing it. Okay. It's almost 9 ounces. Right. That's ready for my tomato sauce. Okay. So I used half an onion, 3 celery ribs, and about half of one of those big gigantic carrots on steroids. That gave me, yes.
Sorry, chef, about how much milk did you use for your bechamel?
1 quart.
Okay.
Okay, my water is boiling for my tomatoes. I'm gonna drop in real quick. Okay. I'm gonna give him in about a couple minutes, maybe 3 minutes in the water, okay? In the meantime, while that is going, I am going to get my bowl of ice ready. Ice, baby. Because I'm gonna shock them in ice water when they come out.
Hey chef, for the tomato water, is it just enough water to cover the tomatoes, right?
Yeah, I got about maybe like about a gallon or a little bit less than a gallon of water. My ice, baby. Ice bath is here. Okay. Give him a little thingy to fish him out. It looks like I might need to make a little bit of roux on the side, but we'll see because this milk has to heat up before I can proceed with it, okay? All right, how do I know when my tomatoes are done? When you see the skin start to peel out of them, okay? So see my tomatoes? The skin is it's already starting to peel off the tomatoes, okay? That's when I know they're done, okay? Now I'm gonna shock them in my ice water, okay? And you shock them to stop them from continuing cooking, and also so they're not that hot. You're gonna be burning your hands, so you can peel the skin with ease. Okay. Okay. Tomatoes are done. I'm gonna shut this one off and get off the stove. That I'm done with that pot. I'm just watching my bechamel, okay? At the same time, I'm gonna start peeling my tomatoes for the concassé, okay?
Hey chef, for the mirepoix, I think my family might have used my onions and celery. But I
Okay.
have carrots and I have red onion, but I know it's literally not the same. So
You can sub red onion. It might change the color a little bit, but it's gonna give you the flavor. Unless you got shallots, you can do the same job. But if you don't, you can go with the red onions, okay? But like I said, it might change the color a little bit.
okay.
All right, tomatoes are peeled now. Okay. Get rid of this water. Okay. Now, to remove the seeds out of the tomatoes, it is very easy. Okay, very easy. So what I'm going to do now, okay, I'm going to cut them in half. Okay, along the long way. Okay, all of it. There we go. Tomatoes having dropped in the boiling water. The skin is started to come off loose out of the other sides. I shocked them in ice water. I peeled them, and now I cut them in half. Okay. At this point, to remove the seeds, sorry, I was thirsty. I'm going to grab one half and then squeeze the seeds out of it. Okay. There we go. Okay. All the seeds are out. Well, maybe one or two left. Okay. But the majority part, they're all out. Okay.
Chef, just for verification, you take out the top part in the circle and then you do an X.
Yes, correct. The X goes in the bottom of the tomato, the base. Only cut the skin. Okay. Here we go. I'm squeezing this seeds out from this tomato. Okay. And again, you don't want to be perfectionist, squeeze every single seed because there'll be some left behind. But by squeezing it, you're going to remove most of them, okay? There we go, okay? Can I wash my hand right now and pause for a minute with these tomatoes? I'm gonna stir my bechamel because it looks like it's about a point from scalding coming to the top. Just watching it right now. Because you know how it is, guys. You got milk in the stove top, you blink of an eye and just boils over and it makes a huge mess. One more tomato. And all of them have been squeezed out of the seeds. Okay. All right, cool. All right, let me wash my hand real quick and then come back to this bechamel because it looks like it's about to start scalding. All right, bechamel is starting to take shape, okay? It's heating up, okay? It's got a little bit of body, but I don't want to keep on adding roux. If I make some, it's going to be the very small amount. So I'm going to make a little bit of roux on the side, okay? But I want to let it go a little bit longer before I can add any more roux to it. Because sometimes when you add roux, it's like, it's not thick enough. You add roux and boom, before you know it, you got like this grits looking consistency of bechamel. And that's what we're looking for, okay? So I'm gonna let that go a few more minutes, okay? Let that heat activate the thickening of the roux. Clean this tomato juice. There we go. Remove that whisk from the bechamel. I want to burn my hand, okay? So now the bechamel is going, okay? I'm just watching it very carefully because I don't want it to overflow and make a huge mess, okay? But I'm gonna continue whisking it, so it's gonna take some time for the thickening agent from the roux to do its job here, okay? The longer it simmers, the more it heats up, the thicker it's gonna get, okay? While that is going, I'm gonna start dicing or chopping my my tomatoes, okay? I'm gonna dice them small dice. I think I'm gonna go with this tomato sauce first before I can go to my velouté and my espagnol. Okay, this one has to simmer for a little bit longer. So I'm putting my tomatoes that are cut in half, the flat side down on the cutting board. It makes it a lot easier for me to dice them small dice. I slice them into julienne, 1/8 of an inch, and then I turn them around, face them horizontal in front of me, and then I continue dicing these tomatoes, okay? There's my bechamel. There we go. Okay. It wants to overflow, but I'm not going to let it. So, guys, keep a close eye on your milk, on your bechamel, okay? Because it might try to overflow your pot and then make a huge mess, okay? That's why I have the heat on very low heat. And I'm watching it and I'm stirring as I go, okay? But again, I don't want to add any extra roux, okay? I want to let this simmer, this on a very slow simmer for a few more minutes before I can make that a call if I need to add extra roux in it or not, okay? I can smell the bay leaf, I can smell the clove, and I can smell the onion coming out of this bechamel, which is good. It's a nice, natural, even smell, okay? There we go. I'm gonna lower the heat a little bit more. There we go, okay. And I'm gonna watch it. It's gotta go for a little bit longer, okay? So I'm watching
Chef,
it.
what was the butter and flour ratio for the bechamel?
The butter, I went 1 ounce, flour, 1.5 ounces.
You jinxed me, chef.
Yes, what was it?
You jinxed me.
What did I do?
My milk decided to misbehave.
Oh, no, I told you, yeah, I gotta watch it. As soon as you blink an eye, it's like, poof, there goes the magic dragon.
Yeah, I literally turned around to peel my tomatoes and I heard it.
Eh. Yeah, like forever, it doesn't do anything, and all of a sudden, you just blink of an eye, and it's like, you son of a.
How much milk was that, Chef?
1 quart. See, mine is starting to come out to the top too. Okay, so I'm going to whisk it and stop it from going over. Okay, there we go. So it looks like it's going to be thick enough. So I don't think I'm going to need to add some more roux. So I'm going to let it go more distance. Okay. So here are my tomatoes. Peel, seeded, small dice. Okay. Yeah, so I'm watching this bechamel closely. So yeah, I don't wanna. Wah. Okay, well that is going. I'm gonna start the tomato sauce in the back. Okay. So I got a 2.5 quart pot. Okay. In the back. The fire is on. Bechamel. Tomato. Bechamel.
Chef, you said you had the pot in the back for the tomato sauce with water or without?
No, tomato sauce, no water. Because remember, you got to heat up your 2 ounces of oil. Add your mirepoix, saute until translucent, or cook until translucent, the onions and the carrots. And then you're going to drop your tomatoes.
Okay, thank you.
But I'm watching my bechamel very closely. Here it is. It just got to simmer a little bit longer. Okay, that's why it's takes some time. Okay, so my pot back here is going for the tomato sauce. Okay, I'm gonna drop about 2 ounces of oil. I'm gonna eyeball it. Okay, get it nice and hot. And I got my mirepoix right here. Okay, mirepoix. Oil is not hot yet. Okay, so I'm putting my hand to feel it. Okay. All right, I'm gonna go with my mirepoix, my oil for my tomato sauce. Saute means cook in this oil until the vegetables become some sort of like translucent. Okay. Ooh la la! Here we go. Bechamel, looking good. I don't know if you guys understand, but kitchen and food is my happy place. Has been my escape, my sanctuary. There we go. Bechamel is taking place. It's taking shape. Okay. So you gotta let it go the distance, guys. Okay. I don't want to act overzealous right now and start thinking it needs roux, because before you know it, it'll be like grits or concrete. No, 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 no. So I have tomato, mirepoix saute in oil. I got the bechamel going. Tomatoes are being boiled, shocked in ice water, peel, squeeze out the seeds, small dice. I have my chicken stock on whole and my brown stock on whole too for the Espanol. So not there yet, okay? I want to get this bechamel out of the way first before I can go to the next one, okay? Let me grab a spoon and check this bechamel, okay? Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys, okay? This is my spoon, back of a spoon, okay? Let's see if I can go closer, okay? So I'm gonna run my finger in the back, okay? That is nappe. That's what you're looking for, okay? That is a nappe bechamel. It needs to be a little longer because, as you can see, some of the sauce is coming off, okay? But that's what kind of nappe means, okay? So I'm letting it go a little bit longer. I'm gonna run my finger through the back one more time. There you go. Nappe bechamel, okay? Once it cools down in the refrigerator, the butter that is in this sauce is gonna try to thicken up again, because again, when butter gets cold, what happens? It tries to go back and reshape to its original shape, okay? Back here, my mirepoix is sauteing for my tomato sauce, okay? It's not translucent yet, like one, okay? It's getting there, and I have it on high heat, okay? Bechamel, mirepoix with tomato sauce, concassé, chicken stock, flour butter, brown stock, whisk. Oh yeah. All right, my veggies are starting to look somewhat translucent. Okay, there we go. So when you see them translucent, not see-through, but when you see them almost like, not their solid white color, okay, but somewhat like a little bit more see-through, that's when you know you can add your tomatoes, okay? Here goes. My diced tomato concasse and my canned stewed tomatoes. In they go. I should have chopped those tomatoes. Oh well, whatever. Okay. Okay. I'm going to bring this mixture to a boiling point, and I'm going to let it simmer. I'm going to watch it because along the way, this water that's in these tomatoes is going to evaporate. So I might need to add stock to keep that moisture going, but I need to make all these tomatoes are cooked. Make sure tomatoes are cooked. And how do you know when the tomatoes are cooked? This tomato sauce is going to form a pink foam on the top, okay? It'll be a light pink foam. That is an indicator. If you taste it, everything's going to taste individually raw. When the pink foam goes away, those flavors are fused now, and everything's consummated. So the flavors are going to be well-rounded. That's what we're looking for the pink foam to disappear, and we just let it go the distance, okay? So tomato sauce, bechamel, okay? Bechamel looks good. No addition for extra roux. I was getting a little bit concerned because like, I don't want to feel embarrassed in front of you guys. Oh, Chef can't even make bechamel. Duh. So here, okay? Bechamel looks good. That's the way we're looking for, okay? We don't want it to be no more thicker than that. So yes, 1 ounce of flour, 1.5 ounces of flour, 1 ounce of butter. It's all it takes, okay? I'm gonna run my spoon through the back again, okay? So you guys can see what we're looking for when I said that it's not pale, okay? So bechamel, okay? Let's see if I can show it to the camera, okay? Here we go, okay? Against the black and apron so you can see better, okay? Now, back of a spoon. I insert my spoon inside, okay? I run my finger to the back, boom, nape. That is it. That is what you're looking for your bechamel. When you get to that point, your bechamel is done, okay? Okay, one more time. Back of the spoon, finger to the middle, done. Okay, that is nape, N-A-P-E, means to coat the back of a spoon. I'm gonna turn the sucker off. Yep. Now it's gonna go into I'm gonna strain it and put it away, okay? Ooh la la.
And the tomatoes went in with the mirepoix, right?
Correct.
Okay.
I want to play it safe. There you go. Okay. Bechamel is getting strained, and I'm gonna wash the same pot and use it for the velouté. Okay. When the velouté is done, I'm gonna wash the same pot and use it for the espagnol. Okay, wash my strainer. Set it aside for now. I'm gonna turn the heat on low on my tomato sauce and let it simmer. Okay. I'm gonna put this bechamel in this quart container, and I'm gonna show you guys on a little cup later on a side view. There we go. Beautiful bechamel. All right, let me wash this pot so I can go with the velouté next.
Sorry, Stacey again. I think what did you say to do with the stocks?
Which stock?
The white stock?
The white stock, we're going to use it for the velouté. But I have extra just in case my tomato sauce needs a little more water because it's going to get right out, or my velouté turns a little bit too thick. So I'm going to use that extra stock to thin it out if I need to. Okay.
So you already added the stock to the velouté?
No, not yet. I haven't started my velouté yet. The only thing that I got done is my bechamel, which is sitting right here in my mixed cup.
Oh yeah.
And my tomato sauce is going. That's as far as I got. Okay. Right now I'm going to wash this little pot to get my next sauce going. Okay. So yeah, so continue working on your bechamel and your tomato sauce. Okay. I'm just clearing the sink of these items that I need for the next sauce. Okay.
Chef, what temperature do you have the eye on for your tomato sauce?
I got it low heat. I brought it to a boiling point. Now it's in low heat right now. It's got to simmer just like your brown stock yesterday. It's got to simmer for at least about an hour and a half, 2 hours. So I got it on low heat. Okay. All right. Let me dry this pot and go with the next sauce. Okay. But before I go to the next one, I'm going to show you a side view of my bechamel in my little glass cup. All right, I'm gonna show you my side view of this bechamel in a little glass cup, okay? Where am I let it go? I get a little legal. All right. All right, so here's my bechamel, okay? Side view in the cup, okay? Nice and creamy, okay? And if I run the spoon in the back, okay? Okay. This is the spoon, okay? Try to bake. And then I'm gonna run my finger to the middle. That does not pay. That is what your bechamel should look like, okay? So you can get better, closer look. All right, cool. So again, close up look, nice and creamy, like big, nice, thick, heavy cream. Okay. Back of the spoon. Run my finger to the back. Parts of the Red Sea. That is not pay. Okay, that is bechamel. Okay, that's what you should be looking for. Okay.
So chef, I tried to, I was trying to thicken it, but it just stayed the consistency of pretty thin. And then at the bottom of the pot, it started cooking the milk.
So drop your heat to very low heat and keep on whisking at the bottom. If it's too thin still, you might want to make a little bit of roux on the side. So melt some butter, add some flour. How much? 1.5 ounces of flour, 1 ounce of butter. Melt it and use that to thicken your bechamel. But add it slowly while you're whisking it, okay?
Yes,
That's
chef.
going to thicken your liquid.
Yes, chef. I did that once already, so I should keep doing it again.
You can, but be careful because the bechamel, once it, as the longer it starts to simmer, it's going to thicken by itself. Okay.
Right. Okay.
So how much do you start with at the beginning? 1.5 ounce of flour, 1 ounce of butter,
Yes, chef.
and then 1 quart of milk.
Well, before it's spilled.
2 quarts.
No, it was a quart at the start, and then it had bubbled over.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay. Yeah. So in that case, probably you lost your roux when it bubbled up. So yeah, make a little bit more roux, and then keep on adding it slowly.
Okay.
Okay. So 1 down. Okay. Bechamel is out. I want to see if I can show you a closer look on this tomato sauce. Okay. Okay. I'm going to point out that pink foam that I was talking to you guys about. Okay. So this tomato sauce. Okay. Right here, when I'm going to dish it out, this is the foam that I'm telling you guys. Okay. When that foam goes away, tomato sauce is done. Okay. I see foam right here, foam over here, foam here. So foam is evident. And again, if I taste it right now, it's going to taste raw. Okay. So I want that foam to disappear. Okay. That is your cue that the flavors have been consummated together and they're fused. Okay. So it's got to go the distance. Yeah, they're raw. Tastes like fresh tomatoes.
Yeah, what do you have in that tomato mixture?
Mirepoix, onion, celery, carrot, small dice. Okay, 8 ounces. Okay, now this is my pot for my. Go ahead.
You didn't add any water or anything? That's from the tomatoes?
That is correct.
Okay.
That is from the tomatoes. So my next pot, I have my. I just watched my pot from the bechamel. I'm going to turn the heat on. I'm going to drop my butter. Okay. My 1 ounce of butter. This is for my velouté. Okay. And I got my 1.5 ounce of flour right here, ready to go once my butter has been melted. All right, Mr. Cole, it looks good. Just keep on whisking it and keep it on very low simmer, okay, Mr. Cole? So it thickens up. And the way you check it is by in the back of the spoon, nape, okay? Yes, if you don't have the onion piqué, it'll be okay. It's just not gonna have that extra flavor of it, okay? So butter, melt it, not yet. Okay. Butter has been melted. There goes my flour, okay? Now I'm going to add my stock, okay? My chicken stock. This is for my veloute, okay? My stock is cold, so it's gonna take a few minutes to bring up the temperature, okay? And I'm watching my tomato sauce back here at the same time, okay? So the last one that I got is my whatchamacallit, my brown stock, okay? For that one, I might use a little bit more roux because I got more than one quart of stock. I got a quart and about a quarter. So I might add a little more flour to my roux so they can set properly, okay? Your bechamel, when you guys are done with it, you can turn it into mac and cheese, pour some cheese on it, make it a cheese sauce, throw some rotel tomato, some cilantro, some Tabasco, have some nachos if you like, okay? But aside from today, we're not gonna use it again. So you can do whatever you guys want with it at your house, okay? I just want, it's part of the mother sauces that need to be taught, okay? So after you present them, you can do guys whatever you want, but first you gotta present. Here's my veloute. It's not doing anything yet. It is too watery. Okay. Let it go the distance. I'm gonna give a little stir to my tomato. Okay. Remember, you are saving your chicken veloute. Freeze it, because when we come back from Thanksgiving break, you're gonna make you're gonna use it for your first plated meal. Your French cut breast of chicken, rice pilaf, asparagus, and sauce veloute. How's your guys' bechamel going? Is it rocking?
I just feeling more roux. See where it goes.
Okay. If it gets too thick, you can thin it out with a little more milk, okay? And by the way, just I didn't jinx you. I no speak English, no hablo inglés.
But you said it.
The machine broke, boss. You know,
Yeah,
funny
okay.
story. Funny story. When I was working in New York City at the Hilton Towers in Manhattan on 6th Avenue on 54 and 53rd Street, the kitchen population was mostly Hispanic, Cubans, Puerto Ricans, you know, so forth and so on, right?
Mhm.
So I would ask them for help, and they didn't know I didn't speak Spanish, right? And they were like, "No hablo inglés, don't speak English, don't speak English." I'm like, "All right, you mother, okay, we'll see." So
Big mistake number
pay,
one.
yeah, paycheck come around, and they were short of some hours. They went straight to the chef. Hey, chef, my paycheck stuff here's missing hours. What's going on? I'm missing pay. I'm like, what happened? I thought you don't know English.
No hablo inglés.
Money, use universal language.
Mm-hmm.
C notes, greenbacks, right? Cash, dead presidents, moolah, dinero. My veloute looks like it's simmering right now. Not yet. Once this gets going, I'm gonna put the camera on top so you guys can see what I'm looking at. Tomato sauce, like I said, it's got to go the distance. It's not there yet. Okay. Oh, so many stories. All right, veloute is now simmering. Okay. So I'm gonna give it a gentle stir, and I can feel the roux stuck at the bottom. So I'm gonna stir it so it doesn't get stuck. It doesn't scorch the bottom of my pot. Okay. So I loosen it up. Okay. And it's got to continue simmering because that heat is what's going to activate that thickening agent in the roux to thicken this sauce. As I can see, it already started thickening a little bit. Okay. Because my stock became a little more cloudier, and that's what I'm looking for. And the bubbles became a little bit slower. Okay. Really? All right. I'm gonna drop my heat to simmer on my veloute, and I'm gonna let it go to do the same as the bechamel. The heat is on very low simmer. Okay. And as I can see, those bubbles on my veloute starting to get a little bit slower. Okay. Come on. Okay.
Okay, chef. I think I got it on my bechamel this time.
Okay. See, that's the beautiful part because you can go and adjust it back and forth. Okay. If it's too thick, add more milk. If it's too thin, add more roux. Okay.
Yeah, I know we're learning and everything. I think the first round I just got frustrated with myself because I messed up. Okay, so I got it like that.
Okay. Now run your finger to the back. Nape. That is it. Now strain it and set it aside and it's done. You got bechamel, one down. Ew, I need to take pictures of mine too so I can share with you guys. It looks right, Miss Taylor. Just run your spoon, dip your spoon in it, and then run your finger to the back lengthwise. Okay. Supposed to coat the back of the spoon, so when you run your finger, it's supposed to part at the Red Sea. If it does that, then you're all set. Okay.
Hey, chef. Oh, never mind. I was just about to ask you if I could see the consistency of your velouté, but
Yeah. Okay. So. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. It's a little bit too watery right now. Okay. If I try to run my finger to the back, see, nothing sticks to it. Okay.
okay.
It's not there yet. So it needs to simmer for a little bit longer. Okay.
Okay.
This spoon had
And
chocolate in
if
it.
by that time after simmering it's still pretty thin, add more roux.
Correct. But we don't want to add too much roux because we don't want it too thick. Okay. Remember, that's why we have the extra chicken stock, just in case it gets too thick. I can go back and adjust to the thickness. Okay. Which in this case, I might need to add a little more roux. Okay. Because it's not there yet. So I'm gonna let it simmer a little bit longer. Okay. So when you simmer it longer, it's going to reduce, and that's going to also help it thicken up. Okay. And the color your velouté is going to be somewhat translucent. It's not going to be cloudy or solid white or light brown or dark brown. Okay, it's going to be somewhat translucent. Okay. That's it. That's it, Miss Daisy. That's it. Is that your velouté?
This is my bechamel sauce.
Okay, that's nice. That's right on. Nice and nappe. I'm gonna give my tomato sauce a stir. Okay. Your bechamel looks like it needs to go a little bit longer, Ms. Deja. Just let it continue to simmer, okay? Just watch it so it doesn't overflow. Tomato looks good, but again, it needs to be go for like at least 2 hours or so. Okay.
Okay, thank you, chef.
Almost
Chef,
there.
you said it was a quart for the velouté.
Yes. Almost there. Now to give it a little bit of salt. Con my veloute. That's it. Just need a little bit of salt. My tomato sauce looks good now, but it's still got to go the distance. I'm gonna taste it. That pink foam is almost gone. Much better flavors. Okay. I don't think I'm going to need some more room. I would look. I just got to let it go the distance. I just have to learn how to be patient. Okay. So this is my veloute. Hold on, let me see if I can. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna see run my finger to the back of the spoon. See how that pay it is. Okay. It's getting there. It's getting there. Okay. Just got to go the distance. Just gotta give it some time. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone away. Ain't no sandwich when she's gone away. right. Because sometimes men can't cook. So when she's gone, it's like, oh fudge. Ain't no sandwich anymore. Gotta go to a bowl of cereal or maybe some burgers. All right, veloute is getting there. So it just needed to go the distance. I was a little bit leery because I'm like, should I make some more roux? Should I add it? No, just let it go. Patience, a little bit of patience, some TLC, and it should be okay. All right.
Patience and love.
Right, TLC, right? Play some smooth jazz, maybe some Keith Sweat, Luther Vandross, Steady Pendergrass, right? Very White, no Korn, no NWA, no Nirvana, no Metallica, none of those, right? There we go. What does the saying goes? The recipe has no soul, so the cook must bring the soul to the recipe, right? 100% true. Anybody can write a recipe, anybody can read a recipe, but it takes knowledge, skill, and technique to be able to bring that recipe to life. Veloute looks like my veloute looks like somewhat was done. Let me get a bigger spoon so I can show you guys with no addition of any added roux. Okay, I'm gonna turn this heat off. Okay, my veloute is done. Okay, so I'm gonna see if I can bring the camera lower. Okay, here we go. Okay, so veloute. Okay. Nice consistency, okay? Not runny, not watery, not too thick, okay? How does it coat the back of the spoon? Okay. So again, I'm gonna grab the spoon, dip it in, back of the spoon, run my finger through, nape, okay? It looks translucent because that's the nature of the color of the sauce, okay? But that's what you're looking for, okay? If I added more roux right now, it'll be too thick, okay? So there we go. Okay, one more time, back of the spoon. Nape. Okay. Velouté is done, okay? Now, how to test it? Away from the, whatchamacallit? From the spoon, you can grab a plate, a little bit of sauce, and it should not bleed. It should run slowly, okay? See that? That is what you're looking for as far as your sauce, okay? Because if I put it on a plate, it's gonna stay in the shape. Okay, watch again, I'm gonna put some on the side here, okay? It should not bleed on the plate. It should stay on the plate, okay? That's it. Nape. Velouté is done, AKA gravy. Right. Tomato sauce is happening, but it's gotta go the distance, okay?
Hey chef, this is what
Yes.
my birthday test looks like.
Velouté, that's it. That's it. It's not paid. Coats the back of the spoon. You run your finger and it stays. That's good. So when I said it parts like the Red Sea, meaning it doesn't go back or bleed off the spoon. It stays nicely, and like I said, it quote unquote coats the back of the spoon and doesn't bleed. Okay. Here's my cup. Gravy. Remember, this is going to be on your practical, okay? Velouté. Ooh. Ooh, man.
So after these 3 sauces and we send the pictures of them to you, is that it for today or?
That's pretty much it. I mean, it's an easy day. The one we don't have is the gas streak, and the one you gotta worry about is the tomato sauce, which it ain't going to be done until about, what is it, 8:30, 9 o'clock. I mean, it's
I want to make some macaroni.
go for it. Bechamel makes an excellent cheese sauce. Wow. Wow. Nice looking bechamel, Ms. Deja. Nice looking bechamel. All right, let me wash this pot because I'm gonna make the velouté, I mean the brown stock in this one too. So out of the sauces you're making today, remember they are mother sauces, okay? From the bechamel, you can make Mornay sauce. That's another classical sauce. Mornay is with the inclusion of, what is it, cheese. Not Swiss cheese, not Parmesan. What cheese I'm looking for?
Queso?
Queso? Well, yeah, I can make queso. Queso. Oh. May grab a little more flour because I need to add more, make more room for this brown stock. Okay. Yeah, that's good, Miss Taylor. You can do that. Okay. I'll take him tomorrow. I want to say it's Monterey Jack cheese is what it has in it. Okay. What makes it Mornay sauce. But again, you can use pepper jack cheese. Add some Velveeta, so that is it doesn't break, it doesn't become gritty, and it is more of a binder. Some cilantro, rotel tomatoes, some Tabasco. Boom, you got queso for Super Bowl. Okay, family gatherings, get some chips, put some of the queso out. They'll be like, ooh, queso. So a while ago, I had a student in my class who I showed him how to make queso. I gave him my queso recipe, and I will share that with you guys on Monday when we come back. Anyways, gave him my queso recipe, and he became the sous chef at Punch Bowl Social here in Austin. He was traveling all over the States to open up new stores right before COVID hit. So when he came back to Austin, he made that queso recipe for at Punch Bowl, and everybody loved it. They call it Eddie's queso. That's his name, Eddie. So anyways, Punch Bowl Social decided to make their own queso recipe, and everybody didn't like it. They hated it. They liked Eddie's queso better. So he told me, thank you. He said, thank you for showing him that queso sauce. I'm like, the recipe is like, Mr. Eddie, that's your sauce. You made it. Your name on it, not mine. I just share with you guys. Okay. All right, here's my second pot. Okay. Here's my butter. Okay. Might need a little bit more butter just in case. Okay. Yeah, I mean, a little bit more because I increased my flour content. Tomato sauce is going, like I said, that takes about 2 hours. It got put in like around maybe 6:45, 7:45. It'd be 1 hour. 8:45 is going to come down. 8:45, 9 o'clock. That's what time tomato sauce is coming down. Okay. So if your tomato sauce went in at 7:45 p.m., 8:45, 9 o'clock, it should be coming down. Okay. And that is what tomato sauce looks like right now. Okay. That foam went away. Okay. That's a good looking velouté, Miss Daisy. Good looking bechamel too. Right on. All right, all right, all right. Butter. Don't worry, guys. There'll be more days in the future that we're going to be here until about 10:30 or so because the menu is going to get a little more extensive. I don't know. You guys are fast and good, so I don't know. No worries. Butter is melted. Flour is going in. Okay. Making this roux. R-U-X, okay? There we go, okay? Nice amount of roux, okay? It's like about a spoonful or so, okay? Now I'm gonna add my brown stock to it. I got 1 1/4 quarts of stock, okay? And that's gotta come up to simmering before I can do anything with it, okay? Yeah, great looking bechamel. Mm-hmm. I got my heat on high for my brown, my Espanol. Let me get some of these items kind up and clean a little bit. Da, 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 da. Na, 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 na. Who was that? John Gotti, Standing in the Kitchen. Y'all know that song? No? John Gotti? Standing in the Kitchen? Wow. Ms. Deja, don't tell me you don't know that jam from John Gotti from Standing in the Kitchen. Wow, okay. It was late 2000, 2008, 2009.
No, I don't think I'm familiar. I'm gonna have to look it up.
And it's a remake from, it's a sample from Suzanne Vega. Suzanne Vega in late 90s, mid 90s made a song called, what is it called? Standing in the Mirror or Standing in the Door, something like that. He goes, da, 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 da. Anyways, look it up, John Gotti. Standing in the Kitchen. Talk about mixing in some baking soda, having the torch going on, the scale, and you know, that kind of stuff. It is John Gotti. There's another one. His name is Juan Gotti, but that's he from South Texas, somewhere along El Paso, somewhere that place. Two different ones. Juan Gotti or John Gotti. Juan Gotti is a Tex-Mex guy. Texan. I know Ms. Danielle will know she'll know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, your partner in crime.
I know. In music. All right. Let me stir my brown stock here. Remove that roux from the bottom. I don't want it to stick and scorch the bottom, otherwise it'll be trash. Go. Once it starts boiling, I'm gonna drop it to simmer and let it go until it thickens up, just like the other sauces.
And that's 1/4 of that beef stock, right?
Yeah, mine came out about 1 1/4, so I upped my roux.
Okay.
But yeah, 1/4 of a beef stock. Brown stock is what you're using for your Espanol. And out of this sauce, oh man, you can make so many sauces. Whew. I used to go nuts in the restaurant industry with this Espanol. Give it a little more stir here. Yeah, it's taking shape. This is going to be a little bit more than nape, but I got my extra chicken stock here waiting just in case it gets too thick. I can thin it out.
Chef, the bechamel.
What about the bechamel?
Is this consistency okay?
Yes, that's good. Run your finger through the back of the spoon. And before you put it away, make sure you strain it, okay, through a fine chinois. That's it. Let me see the spoon. Let me see the back of the spoon. Run your finger again. Run your finger through the back of the spoon. Let me see the spoon. No, so run your finger to the middle of the spoon.
Oh.
Yeah, almost like you parted the Red Sea.
Like that?
Yeah, so here, let me show you real quick, okay? So you have the spoon, right? You dip it in the sauce, okay? Then you run your spoon from north to south, the middle.
Okay.
Like that, okay? Ooh, good flavor.
Try not to get it on my.
I think I had too much room my español, so I'm gonna use a little bit of my chicken stock, okay? This is a little bit too thick.
You
You see? No, that's good. That's good. That's what I'm looking for. That's it. You got it. All right, just to show you, let me grab a bigger spoon, okay? The español, how to adjust it because mine is too thick, okay? So this is my español, right? It is a little bit too thick. It really looks like gravy that you serve with mashed potatoes, okay? So I'm gonna run my finger to the back, and it's not nape, but it's got to simmer for at least about another 20 minutes. The longer it simmers, it's gonna get thicker. So I got my chicken stock ready. If it gets more thicker than this, then I will thin it out with my chicken stock, okay? No, that is right, Miss Taylor. Which one is that one? Your bechamel? Miss Taylor? If that's your bechamel, it looks good. Yeah, that's good. That's a good bechamel. Not too thick, it's right on. So I'm gonna drop my heat on my español. It's too fast, okay? Just let it go the distance. As you can see, the bubble's starting to be a little bit slower, okay? It's too thick. So yes, I'm gonna have to use a little bit of chicken stock. Boom, okay. Thin it out a little bit. Otherwise, it'll be like concrete. There we go. Much better. Let it simmer. Continue to tidy up my sink so it doesn't get all piled up with dirty dishes. Jesus, what's happening?
What's up, Chef? How's it going?
You off from work today?
No, I just got off.
Ah, okay.
I just put out my special today.
You know, last week, one of my friends came down from Wisconsin. They flew her to open up the Kalahari Resort here in Round Rock, and I took her out to Tatsu Ramen in East Austin, down East 7th Street.
Oh,
And it was good food.
That's awesome.
Yeah, then she flew back yesterday.
Wow.
I'm glad she thought she was gonna be happy to sleep in her own bed and not travel out of a suitcase. Español is going. Slow simmer. Okay.
I'm watching Cole do my do a beurre blanc, and then
Beurre blanc.
Huh?
Beurre blanc. We're not doing beurre blanc today.
I thought you were doing beurre blanc today.
No, we're doing bechamel, veloute.
Yeah, already got the bechamel, veloute, and espanol. You wanted to see me making beurre blanc?
No, you piece of shit. You told me there was gonna be beurre
did
blanc
not
today.
tell you.
Yes, you did.
Beurre blanc is a white wine butter sauce, okay? And it's difficult to make because you know, Jesus, that butter, if it's too hot, it'll break and it'll be like oil and water. It will separate.
Oh yeah, I made a beurre blanc for my special.
But it can be made with, so beurre blanc is a reduction of shallots, white wine, bay leaf, and then you, until sec, you remove it. And you know very well, you add and fold in whole butter. You emulsify it. That's beurre blanc. But again, whole butter and heat, it can be very dangerous. It can break. So the best way to do that, beurre blanc, it doesn't break. Reduction of shallots, white wine, bay leaf, a little bit of white wine vinegar, reduce it until it's all sec. Then you add heavy cream.
Until it tastes
Reduce that heavy cream. And when it's totally reduced, then you fold in your butter. That becomes more stable, and it can be on the hot line or steam wheel for at least 2 hours of service. You want to keep it for the next day. You thicken it with a slurry of cornstarch. Now the beurre blanc can be safe for the next day. You can save it and reheat it. It will not break.
Work, I made a Thai chili, ginger, shallots, and garlic with sake beurre blanc. Came out really good though. I put it with king crab.
Yeah.
Loved it.
And you can make it red. You can make a beurre rouge, red wine butter sauce. Only difference is red wine and red wine vinegar instead of white wine. All right, guys, my Espanol sauce is simmering. I'm not there yet. Okay. Tomato sauce has gotten maybe another hour, an hour, 50 minutes. What is it? 8 o'clock? Yeah, an hour, 50 minutes. Okay. Once I pull this Espanol sauce out of the way, I'm going to clean here a little bit, take a couple of pictures, and see where you guys are at. Okay. I'm gonna put this chicken stack. Let me see, where's my whiz? Espanol looks good. Taste it, just in case. Oh yeah. Tastes like gravy, looks like gravy, but it's not gravy. Sauce Espanol. Out of that one, you can make different sauces. Out of the sauce Espanol, once it's made, you can reduce red wine, shallots, chopped rosemary, and then when it's reduced, you can add your Espanol sauce. Boom, you got rosemary demi-glace. Okay. My favorite one was to make, it was just like Jesus said, it's an Asian sauce. Take that Espanol sauce, sake, ginger, green onions, garlic, reduce them until they were dry, added my Espanol sauce, brought it to a boiling point, reduced it, simmered it, added a little bit of soy sauce, and then heavy cream. Became my Asian demi-glace. Sauciers in their heydays can make about 55, 60,000 a year, only making sauces Monday through Friday in an industrial sized kitchen with large hotels like in New York, Vegas, Frisco, Dallas, H-Town, Chicago. Only Monday through Friday. Bankers hours making sauces. Well, you had to know how to make it. You gotta had to have the skills. I'm gonna take a look at that Espanol sauce. See where we're at. Let me get my ladle. Okay. No, Miss Taylor. Don't add the brown stock to the tomato. Chicken stock is the tomato sauce gets a little bit too dry to rehydrate it, but do not add your brown stock or Espanol to tomato sauce, okay? All right, let's take a look at the Espanol sauce. Okay. Here we go, okay? Espanol sauce. Come on, camera, work with me, okay? That is it, okay? I'm gonna run my spoon to the back of my finger to the back of the spoon. Nape, okay? That's it, Espanol sauce done, okay? One thing I can do is maybe a little bit of salt, a little bit, because remember, since it's a mother sauce, it can be turned into any other sauce, okay? There we go.
Hey, Chef. I kind of effed up.
Anna?
I did what Taylor asked. So, I mean, I'm okay with taking the L and just watching your demo, but I just want to let you know that I screwed up.
You add the brown stock to the tomato sauce?
Well, I made the Espanols and then I added that sauce, even though it wasn't finished. I added it to the tomatoes. I don't know what I was doing.
Oh no! So do you have any brown stock Espanol sauce done, or everything's in the tomato sauce?
The latter.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Did you take a picture before you add it to the tomato sauce, or no?
No, but like I said, I'm willing to take that L. You live and you learn.
So you might have to remake that you're gonna have to remake the brown stock again. Roast some bones, make the brown stock, remake the Espanol, because you are going to need that sauce in the future.
Okay,
So,
I can do
so
that.
even though you made it into a tomato sauce 2-in-1, you will need that Espanol sauce for when we go to beef, pork, and lamb cookery. Okay.
Okay.
So when you do that in the future, if you're going to do this weekend, if you got no plans and you're going to tackle this beast and get it done over the weekend, send your pictures of your Espanol sauce, and I will definitely update your grade for today. Okay.
No
So you
problem.
won't take that hit for today. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
So Espanol sauce is done. I'm gonna take it out. Okay. I'm gonna strain it. And I'm also gonna do the same thing, put it in a little cup and show you guys what they look like. Let me put my chicken stock away. I don't want to let it sit here too long in this, close to this heat. Okay. Okay.
Chef, I sent you a picture. Can you look at it?
Sure. Sorry, let me go back. Oh, got it. Okay. Ooh, this is your bechamel?
Yeah.
It looks good. It coats the back of the spoon. It's not pay. You run your finger to the back, it stays in shape. That looks good. That's it. That's a good looking bechamel.
Thank you, Chef.
All right. Espanol sauce is coming out, okay? And I'm straining it because remember it has roux, so I don't want no lumps of that roux inside my Espanol sauce, okay? And this is going to be saved because we are going to need it for your lamb Marie Louise, côtelette de pork. What else? Veal Milanese. So it's definitely going to be in the menu coming up, okay?
Is that the only sauce that we're saving for today?
That and veloute.
Okay.
You are going to need veloute when you come back from break because you're going to make, you're going to break down the chicken. I'm going to show you how to French cut a breast of chicken. So that day you're going to make French cut breast of chicken, sauteed. You're going to cook rice pilaf and blanch asparagus and serve it with the sauce of veloute. You're going to have too many things going on. There will be no time to be messing around with making a chicken stock and making a veloute the day of. So save your veloute, freeze it, because if you don't, it's going to go bad before that day comes, okay? Same thing with tomato sauce. You're going to save it, and you're going to use it when we go make pasta, fresh pasta from scratch by hand, okay?
Chef,
Yes.
I just this is JC. I just sent you a video for my veloute. Would you mind checking it, please?
Cool. Let me go take a peek, okay? Okay. All right. So what you got? Let it go a little bit longer. It's a little bit too thin. Let it simmer longer, okay? Longer it
Okay.
simmers, it's going to thicken up, okay?
Okay.
Yes, Miss Taylor. So it is mirepoix. So it is the mirepoix, 8 ounces. So celery, onions, and carrots, 8 ounces altogether. Sauteed until translucent. Add your brown stock. Okay. I'm sorry. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me go back. No. Sorry. My bag. Okay. Espanol. It's flour and butter. Melt the butter, add the flour, make the roux, add your brown stock, okay? And then let it simmer, okay? The mirepoix was for your tomato sauce. That's the only sauce that needed mirepoix. The onion, celery, and carrot, tomato sauce. Espanol does not need mirepoix. It needs only roux, butter, and flour, okay? Really? Let me get this cleaned up out of here. All right, that's what you got, Ms. Aja. That's what came through. Okay, velouté looks good. Yeah, tomato sauce. Ooh, nice tomato sauce. Tomato sauce is looking good, Ms. Aja. Tomato sauce is looking very nice, okay?
Thank you, Chef.
All right, so I'm gonna show you my Espanol. or here on the side camera, okay? Espanol sauce, here we go, okay? It's kind of hot. Okay, Espanol. Run the finger to the back, okay? Go to the back of the spoon, okay? Espanol sauce, okay? I'm gonna take a picture. Okay.
Chef, you said you wanted us to freeze our velouté in Espanol.
Yes, you are going to, yes, your Espanol, Espanol as well too. You're gonna need your velouté when we go to make next week. We start actually cooking a whole meal, okay? Rice pilaf, asparagus, and sauté breast, French cut breast of chicken. Tomato sauce looking good right now, okay? Looking good.
Chef, I'm about to send you another video. It also includes my tomato sauce.
Okay. Yeah, tomato sauce gotta go. An hour and 45 minutes more. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
With the velouté looks good.
Let me take a quick peek at it. I get so much crap. Because the morning class, we did the chiffon cake today. We did the whatchamacallit? The devil's food cake, the mirror glaze, filigrees, chocolate tulip, that sort of thing. All right, let me go take a look. Yeah, that looks good. That looks good. Tomato sauce looks good too, but it's got to go the distance, okay? Once that velouté cools down, it's going to get thicker, okay?
Okay.
Macaroni. Look at Miss Daisy. She made macaroni with the bechamel. Right on, Miss Daisy. All right, all right, all right. That's what I'm talking about. It's a mother sauce. It can be made into anything. Nice looking velouté, Miss Deja. Nice. Very nice. Uh-huh. Right on. Tomato sauce looks good, Miss Taylor. It looks good. You gotta let it go the distance, okay? I'm gonna see if I can pop all these images on the screen so you guys can see your work side by side. Okay. How's Mr. Ralph going? How's Mr. Ralph doing?
I'm doing good, Chef. I got the bechamel's done. I sent you a picture of that.
Okay.
And the
Yeah, I'm
velouté's done, and I'll send you a picture of it.
Okay.
I'm working on Espanol right now.
Coolio. Yeah, I'm gonna go take a look at the emails right now too. I just been looking at the whatchamacallit? The text. How you doing, Mr. Jermaine? How's the macaroni, Miss Daisy?
It's really good, actually. It's my dinner.
Ah, see, okay. All right. Your español looks good, Ms. Deja. Just check it to make sure it's close to the back of the spoon, okay?
Okay, chef.
Chef, are we making the español with the tomato sauce?
No, you're making español with your brown stock.
So it's just a roux with brown.
Correct. Roux with the brown stock, and it's going to make into an español sauce. It's going to look like gravy, but it's not gravy.
All right, chef, here's my velouté.
Let me see again. Oh, it looks good. Okay.
So you do it.
Okay. Let me get the other camera off back here. Tomato sauce got to go. All right, all right. Let's see who's in this. Is that your Espanol sauce, Miss Taylor? Okay. It looks like it needs a little bit, simmer a little bit more. So simmer a little bit longer, okay? There you go, Ms. Deja. That's it. Espanol sauce. Looks good.
Thank you, Chef.
All right, let's see what you guys got. Okay, let me go share the screen. Are you guys ready to see your screens, your stuff, or not yet? Oh, not yet?
I'm still making my Espanol.
Okay,
Still making my Espanol, Chef.
okay. So I'll share what I got on my end. And again, for those of you guys who joined in a little bit later, this, what you see on the screen is my production sheet. Okay, guys, that is my production sheet. Okay, so if you're having troubles figuring out your production sheet, that should give you a little bit of a guidance of how to do your production sheet. Okay. Leave it for a minute. I'm gonna check my tomato sauce. Give it a stir. Okay. Yeah, so that's my production sheet. That's what I have today. Again, I got it vice versa, so it should have been a half an ounce, 1.5 ounce of flour, not 1 ounce of flour. Okay, those two need to be flipped. So it needs to be 1 ounce of butter, 1.5 ounce of flour. Thirsty. Okay. All right. See, Mr. Cole's got. I see his brown stock. I see his bechamel.
Chef, here's what I have for my Espanol so far.
I did what?
Here's what I have for my Espanol so far.
Okay. You see how thick it is? Oh yeah, you got to simmer a little longer. Okay.
Okay, I thought so. I just wanted to make sure.
Just let it go, let it go, let it go. That's it, Miss Taylor. You got it. Espanol sauce.
Chef, do we freeze all this stuff for to use it later?
Yes, you're going to freeze your veloute, tomato sauce, and your leftover chicken stock.
Okay.
The bechamel, you can do whatever you want with it. Make it into a cheese sauce, nachos, macaroni and cheese. We're not going to use bechamel again. Okay.
Okay.
But chicken stock is going to be needed for your rice pilaf coming up. Your veloute, you're going to need it for your when we go chicken cookery fabrication. So you're going to need the veloute sauce. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of students forget and they throw it away, or somebody at home eats it. So we're like, okay, where's the veloute sauce? Chef, it got thrown away or it got eaten. Must have been good.
I need to know to label it so they don't eat it.
Yeah, put a little skull with a crossbones. Do not touch, not eat. Right? Yeah. Good looking Espanol sauce. A little bit on the thinner side. It could have gone a little bit longer, Mr. Ralph. But as far as the color looks good.
Okay, chef.
What happened to Jermaine? He left. Oh, I think that looks good. Speed run. Yeah, that's it. That's Espanol, Mr. Moses. Is that your Espanol sauce, Ms. JC? A little bit longer.
Yes, chef.
Yeah, a little bit longer. Tomato sauce looks good, Mr. Cole. Espanol sauce looks good too. I see. Okay. Good looking sauces, Miss Taylor.
Chef, for my makeup work for yesterday, this is my vinaigrette.
Okay.
And I also have the mayonnaise.
Okay. Send the pictures and send them so I can update your grade, okay? That's okay, Mr. Ralph. My velouté is a little bit dark too. I think I have too much vegetables in my chicken stock, so my velouté turned a little bit darker in color. You will see, so that's all right.
Make sure he uses the restroom first.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a little bit dark. It tastes great, but it's just a little dark.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's it.
That anger.
Not angry.
Yep. Okay, looks good.
Make it up.
Thank you. I really thought you made mashed potatoes because I saw the gravy and I got so happy and I was like,
Do we have tape? Here, you can keep the girl.
we got some hot pockets.
Noah.
Chef, when the tomato sauce gets to its time, does it need to be broken down or mixed? Or will it
Nope.
remain a little bit lumpy?
Just like that. 8:45, it comes out and it's done. Just set it aside. You don't have to puree it. You don't have to do nothing with it. Remember, it's a mother sauce. From that, you can make whatever sauce you want. Then you can puree it, add some oregano, some basil, and make whatever sauce you want, okay?